Does anyone else feel like climate change just kind of stopped being part of the political conversation?
It feels really horrible to say this, but we are already too late to deal with climate change properly. I mean, the most vulnerable in Australia and the world are already being hit by the effects of climate inaction. Australia's National Climate Risk Assessment shows what's hitting us fast. Heat deaths are set to soar, coastal towns are going to be flooding for most of the year, and property damage is going to head into the trillions of dollars a year. Experts say that the current plans are not enough and the window to stop the worst case scenario is rapidly closing. Now, that risk assessment that just came out confirms what we had already feared. That people on the front lines like nurses, tradies, aged care workers, as well as vulnerable people like renters are going to be the absolute worst hit by the climate crisis in Australia. That's why we as a union movement are urging the government to commit to a stronger 2035 emissions target. We're also calling for resource export taxes as part of tackling the climate crisis. We're calling for a 25% levy on LNG exports and a punitive tax on raw critical minerals like lithium and cobalt, and that would help fund the transition to a low emissions economy. This money could be invested in climate adaptation. It could be invested in health services and affordable housing even. And yeah, safer workplaces as well as good clean energy jobs for Australian workers right here onshore in our country. We need to make sure the Australian people, not just big mining companies, are benefiting from the resilience that we need to survive a hotter and more extreme climate. And yes, we can afford it. All we need to do is take the billions that are being given away to coal and gas companies and spend it on the people who need it the most.